Here is the Brother DTG machine. I'm gonna basically go over the basics on how to transfer an image from the laptop directly to the machine. I'm gonna go over the weekly cleaning that we do and also how to switch the palettes and basic stuff that you need to get started with GTX machine. The first thing you get started when activating the DTG machine, it tells you to remove the white ink cartridges. So basically what we do is remove these two ink cartridges out and we shake it for about 60 seconds. If you do it any shorter than 60 seconds, the machine is going to let you know and you're just going to have to take it out and do it again. You're basically going to put these back into its position. You want to make sure that you put the correct number back into its same slot. Even though these do use these exact same white ink, you want to make sure. So W12 goes on the left side and W34 goes on the right side. And just in case you forget which number goes where, there's also indications on the side that will let you know. Once it's all shaken up, basically you can hit OK. It's going to do a auto cleaning, but after this auto cleaning, we're going to have to run test prints. Once the auto cleaning is done, this is where it's going to test the color ink and it's going to test the white ink separately. So you're going to basically essentially run two tests. Hit OK. The palette's going to come out. Here we use this transparent film just to do test prints. As you can see, there's test prints from previous runs. Usually we set the test print to the corner of the palette, so it should print here. Once it runs the test print, all you're just looking for is whether there's gaps in the print. This is a good indication to see the health of your print head. Before getting into the cleaning, I'm just going to briefly explain how to switch out the palettes, and then after that I'm going to show how to display the image to the DTG machine. So if you take a look under the palettes, you're going to notice this little turning knob here and also this knob on the left. So when switching out the palette, it's essential to take this one off, and this one you can leave on, but you're going to have to loosen. So I'm just going to turn it counterclockwise to the left. There we go, counterclockwise, just loosening it up. Don't do too much where you're going to take this off. And then for the right hand side, we're going to take this completely off. So we mainly use two palettes. This would be considered our standard palette. This is just for smaller designs. And we also have a jumbo palette, which we use frequently. This would be considered the jumbo palette. This is 16 by 21 inches. So as you can see, this is basically the turning knob. This is basically to make micro adjustments to lower the palette or even lift the palette up. Usually we keep it in the highest height for the palette, which would be all the way to the left. But if you want to put it down, I'll show you an example of that, which you just turn it to the right. For the standard palette, it's going to need these two bearings. But since we are switching the standard to the jumbo palette, you're going to have to take these two bearings off. You're going to have to push this one down. As you can see, there are holes on the side of this metal piece. And that's basically the holes to connect this back onto it so it can lock it in place. So for the jumbo palette, we're going to push it all the way down to here. And then with this piece, you're going to try to find that little hole. It looks like I got it. As you can see, this little knob is going to penetrate through. So this is where the jumbo palette goes in. So obviously if you have it protruding like that, it's not going to completely go in, so you're gonna have to loosen this up. Make sure it's flush with the wall. There you go. With this piece, you put it back on. Now that the jumbo palette is on, we could start by tightening up this left tightener. Tighten it up. This is the adjuster to make those micro adjustments for the height. So if you're running into problems, it's running into obstacles and you have to lower it in order for it to pass through, this is the micro adjustments you would make. Now I'm going to go through how to bring an image from the computer and transfer that over to the DTG machine. The first thing you need to connect the laptop to the DTG machine would be, of course, a printer cable. You have to download the GTX software on the computer. That's basically going to give you the software that you need to upload the image into and directly transfer that over into the DTG machine. All you need is just a PNG of your image. The first step when you get your image is you have to save your image, save as, make sure you save it into your files, downloads. Then you want to open up GTX software. And now the software automatically presets it 14 by 16, and that is our standard palette. But since we basically switched palettes to the jumbo palette, which is 16 by 21, you want to go all the way to the top left corner here where you see the palette dimensions. Click on that, and then you want to go to 16 by 21. Now we got the jumbo palette, and it's time to upload that same image that we saved onto the files. So you want to go to images right here, click on that, and then that's going to bring you to your downloads. Now this is the What Matters job that we saved, and we want to click on that. Now, if the customer already sized out the image, it's going to automatically be in that size that they put in Photoshop or Adobe Illustrator. But if it's not the size they exactly want, you could, from this software, basically manipulate the size and change the size. I'm going to show that here. Grab the corner, and then you can size it up, size it down, however you like. Now, once you have the image to your liking, you want to go to the top left right here on the print button. It's not going to print it immediately. It's going to go basically to the settings. Here is where you make your adjustments. Right now it has select ink at color ink only. So this means that it's going to print on a lighter fabric. If you're not printing on a lighter fabric and you're printing on a darker fabric, you're going to want to click, instead of color ink only, you're going to have to put color plus white ink. And this is another step in the process where you're going to have to pre-treat your shirt, or whether it's a darker garment or whether you want the colors to pop even more. You're going to have to pre-treat the shirt, dry the shirt, and then click color plus white ink, and that's going to basically lay a white underbase under your image and print the colors on top. And that's a whole nother process. I'll do another video on explaining the pre-treat machine. It's fairly simple, but let's say we're just doing color only. Color only. The settings that they immediately give you in the software is pretty much fine. There's no changes you need to make. Unless the print comes out weird or you want to add some choke to it, then that's where you make the micro adjustments. But basically it's already set, it's already done. So I'm going to hit print. Now I'm going to go over the cleaning process. I do like taking off the palette in order to clean. You're going to see why. It allows me the space in order to do so. But first, we're going to press some buttons here for the machine to allow us to clean it. So first, you want to hit the menu button. Then you want to go all the way down to maintenance. Then you want to go to maintenance part, clean/replace, and then hit OK. It tells you what areas you need to focus on, and then it just gives you a warning that it's going to move the palette. After it has moved the palette, it's going to tell you to turn the machine off and to clean within 15 minutes to prevent the head from drying. So a trick here is not turning it off and cleaning it while it's in this mode. The reason why you don't want to turn it off, I mean, you can turn it off, but you're going to have to redo everything when it comes to shaking up the ink and also doing the test prints as well. In the off state, now you're able to move the print head and get into the areas where you need to desperately clean. So things you could replace are the sponges here. That cleans the bottom of the head and soaks up any excess ink on top of the head, also for the color as well. This part right here is also replaceable. We replace this once a month to once every 2 months. Doesn't necessarily get too dirty. We basically use this silicone cleaner to get into the edges that we need for this DTG. Clean around the edges here, here, and also here. And another spot we clean is also the bottom of the print head. Not directly on top of it, but the surrounding areas where you could see the white. We used this Brother cleaning solution, and basically what I'm gonna do is use the cap as sort of like this little bowl and pour the cleaning solution in so I could dip my little silicone rubber. Once you dip the silicone rubber and it's all soaked in, We're gonna begin by cleaning this squeegee right here, the square surrounding this print head, and also this little square or rectangle right here. You can't tell, it's super clogged up from here to here. Right now I have my silicone basically soaked in that cleaning solution, so I'm just gonna go at it. I'm gonna try my hardest not to touch the square and just hit the surrounding areas of it. So now, after you're done cleaning all that, you should have a little bit of liquid left, and you're going to put that liquid in this square, this rectangle right here. And if you have some left, you could put some on the side cleaning solution, which would be right here. You take this out. This is also where the cleaning solution goes, so the machine can auto print. That's how you clean your DTG machine. That's how you put an image onto your DTG machine, and how you switch the pallets out.